Breaking news first at 4. We just saw a final vote on a huge COVID relief bill. What it means for the next round of stimulus payments. Police chased this car in Southern California, the dramatic ending and a surprising discovery in the back seat that will disturb any parents out there. Plus, here's Nick Monticelli.
The Michigan State University swimming and diving program was officially cut back in October. But why students, the athletes of that group, are still saying they have a fighting chance to keep that program.
We haven't felt temperatures this warm since early November, and we may be close to it again tomorrow, but you're going to have to take it with rain and wind. We'll look at all of it right now, first at 4.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, breaking news from the nation's capital, where the House has passed President Biden's nearly $2 trillion COVID relief package. Now, the president is expected to sign it Friday, sending money to many Americans, plus state and local governments. Kimberly Gill following it in the newsroom. And Kim, this bill did not have bipartisan support.
Karen, good afternoon. It passed the House of Representatives a short time ago on a vote of 220 to 211. That's near unanimous Democratic support, but not one Republican vote in favor of the bill. The bill gives $1,400 direct payments to people making less than $75,000 and $2,800 to married couples making less than $150,000 a year. The Treasury says those payments will start going out this month, with the first batch going to people who use direct deposit for their tax returns. It also gives an extra $300 per week for unemployment benefits through September. Michigan will get more than $10 billion for state and local governments. Take a listen to some of the first reaction to the vote from lawmakers in Washington, including Michigan's senior citizen.
I think this is actually one of the worst pieces of legislation I've seen pass here in the time I've been in the Senate. We believe that the American people need to learn more and more about it. And we're going to see that they do that in the coming months as we talk repeatedly about the provisions in the bill that the Democrats do not want to discuss.
It's not just the bill, which is incredible. It's the value statement about what we believe in and what they believe in and who we're willing to fight for. And those are the folks we're going to continue to fight for as we go forward.
The White House says President Biden plans to appoint someone to lead the implementation of the bill. That point person will help state and local governments maximize the impact of the money headed their way. We'll have more reaction from the vote coming up tonight on the news at 5. Until then, Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Always appreciate it.
Sure.
We do have breaking news from Washington. The Senate has just confirmed Merrick Garland to be the next Attorney General of the United States. Now, you may recall he was then President Obama's choice to be on the Supreme Court, but never got a hearing. Today, the Senate voted 70 to 30 in his favor. Garland will now lead a Justice Department trying to recover from a turbulent 4 years under the Trump administration. Governor Gretchen Whitmer marking the 1-year anniversary since the very first cases of COVID-19 were confirmed in Michigan.
We in Michigan have been tested, and we are tough. Together, I know we'll beat this damn virus and rebuild our economy and our communities back stronger than ever before.
These numbers show just how Michigan has been tested. The state has now recorded more than 600,000 cases of the virus, with more than 2,300 added in the past 24 hours. That is the highest single-day total since January 15th. Since March, more than 15,000 people have died, with an additional 8 deaths reported today. On the other hand, Michigan has now administered more than 2.6 million vaccines, ranking 10th in the nation, according to the governor. The battle is far from over. Right now, the rate of positive cases and hospitalizations has gone up slightly in the past 3 weeks, prompting this caution from the state's chief medical executive.
We are starting to see a slight reversal in some of the progress that we've made over the past couple of months. But that just means we have to double down on what we know works and what we've been doing for the past year. Wear a mask, wash your hands frequently, avoid large gatherings, and get a vaccine when it is your turn.
Also, Governor Whitmer is asking you to turn the lights on outside of your home tonight to remember those who've died from COVID-19. This tribute on this somber anniversary will occur tonight from 8 to 9 p.m. New at 5, we are going to check in with our Dr. Frank McGeorge, who's been on the front line of this pandemic from the very beginning.
It's been a year since the first cases of COVID-19 were confirmed in Michigan. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tonight at 5, I'm sharing my thoughts on the year it's been, what we wish we'd known sooner, and my own biggest regret from those early days of the pandemic.
All right, Doc, and remember, you can always find COVID-19 updates online along with links to information on vaccines in your area on clickondetroit.com. We're always there for you and your family. The battle over loosening COVID restrictions is taking another turn in several states. Today, Texas no longer has a statewide mandate to wear face masks. The governor says it's not needed, and he's allowing businesses to open to full capacity. Health officials warn it's too soon as new COVID-19 variants continue to spread. In Austin, they're requiring residents to still wear masks despite the governor's decision. Business owners are left to walk a fine line.
We had one guy at the door, and he was just yelling at us from the doorway. And yesterday we had somebody just, come right in without a mask on, and I had to ask him to leave.
Austin's mask mandate is part of a local law that is still in place. A person could be arrested for trespassing if they do not wear a mask in a business that requires one. Let's talk about our first forecast. Definitely warming up. We might come to a record that was set back in 1925. Let's bring in Ben. How close are we to breaking that record?
Yeah. We did it, Karen. We at least tied it. We know that. The top of the hour temperature at 3 o'clock, we got to 70. And you're right, that record has been around since 1925. We're close to it right now, although we've come off of that just a little bit. Upper 60s is where we sit right now at Metro Airport, 67 in Ann Arbor. Flint's still at 70, but the cool spot is Grosse Ile, 52 degrees there right now. There you see the records over the next few days, so we'll be close to it tomorrow, but fall short and woefully short as we head into a much cooler weekend. But in between, we've got to talk about the winds, which have already started to increase, and also the rain that's going to be coming along with it. Temperature staying in the 60s through the evening, and then the weather impacts high tomorrow, not only from the rain, but from the possibility of seeing some thunder with that as well. We'll discuss all of it in just a few minutes. Karen?
All right, thank you, Ben. Some Spartan athletes are fighting to keep their sports alive. Last fall, Michigan State University announced it was shutting down the swimming and diving programs, citing cost concerns. Well, since then, athletes, parents, and alums have been fighting to get the programs reinstated. Local 4's Nick Monticelli previews a showdown tomorrow in Lansing.
Once the team got cut, just going to practice was like the one thing that kind of was like my safe place.
Freshman Allie Hake chose MSU to be part of a Big Ten swimming and diving team, which MSU has until the end of this school year. She's been competing since she was 7 years old, and now every practice brings harsh reality.
Now it's just like turned into this like reminder. Going to practice is like, this is the last practice you're going to have of that day for the rest of your life.
In October, Michigan State announced the program would be cut, citing a poor budget and poor facilities. The team's outdoor pool needs to be replaced. The university said the money wasn't there. The athletic director has also said they looked at every option trying to avoid ending the program, and they talked to every party. This group says that did not happen.
We would like to sit at the negotiating table. We would like to be involved in these discussions, and not because we are looking for a fight, but because these are individuals that care deeply about this university.
Another argument they're making is going against what the university says. They say that it costs money to have the program. The program's saying that they actually have non-scholarship athletes, so they're bringing in money.
The analysis that we did on the existing team for both in-state and out-of-state, tuition dollars actually paid by the non-scholarship athletes not only covers all of the scholarship dollars, but it also covers all of the operating expenses for the program.
So tomorrow, this group of student athletes, parents, and alums are taking their message to the State Appropriations Committee.
We want to make sure that the state legislature, before they give Michigan State any more taxpayer dollars, is asking the questions of Michigan State. How do they make sure that they're going to be spent wisely?
I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
A lawsuit was also filed on behalf of the women's teams, claiming the MSU was in violation of Title IX. A federal judge denied an immediate injunction that would have reinstated the programs, but the remainder of the lawsuit is still moving forward. Still ahead, first at 4, calling out Meghan Markle. One famous British critic is out of a job but says he must still speak out. You'll hear what he's saying today. And a wild chase in Southern California. Police had to take drastic steps to get the driver out of the car. You won't believe who was in the back seat. Up first, dangerous gunplay. We're following the stories of 2 children shot and injured under similar circumstances on the same day in Detroit. The latest information right after the